and our first briefing, which we initiated for the first anniversary of Maidan. We'll speak about our lives from Maidan, about heroes, about people who stood up on Maidan in Kiev, and during that tragic winter. And now the first story, Olesya Zhukovska, nurse who was wounded on Maidan during one of the most tragic days, and in February she was wounded, and her information on her was in Ukrainian media and international media. Well, welcome to Olesya today, and we would like to hear her story, how her life has changed during these more than half a year. Thank you. Glory to Ukraine. Good afternoon. As everybody knows, or who remembers me, my name is Olesya Zhukovska, and a volunteer nurse, and I was working on Maidan. After I was wounded, and after Maidan, my life has changed dramatically. I moved to Kiev. I worked here as a nurse, and now I'm a student. I entered Bohumut's medical school, and so I'm the second year student now. A little more about Maidan. All people who on Maidan, they know that we went to Maidan with certain goals, and everybody sees that that goal is not just achieved. Everybody they forget about that goal, and it seems like they do something, but nothing good is happening. A bright example of that is the war in the East, and it seems like they will re-elect the parliament, but I don't see anything good happening. Everything seems sad. Watching TV is not pleasant these days. Also, during this year, during this time after I was wounded, I went abroad 2 or 3 times, and I went to different press conferences. I spoke to many MPs, to politicians in France and in Rome. We explained the situation in Ukraine and what was happening here. But all the promises, all what they said, just words. I don't want them to forget about that. I don't want that to be forgotten without any practical result. And I don't know what can be called among good changes. If you are interested in my personal life, it's that I became a student. I love it, though it's very difficult. It's not easy. I am the second year student. Our program is pretty tough, so I'm trying to do my assignments in time. So maybe you have questions. Maybe I forgot about some. Ask me those questions. Emotions. You have more emotions than information you wanted to deliver. Maybe there will be some questions. When you went to Maidan, you had some expectations for something. If to analyze your emotions when you went to Maidan in January and February, in the end of the last year, and what you have now, what are you feeling? What were your ideas about Maidan and expectations? What do you feel now? As I told you, the goal we had and what we have now is completely different. What country would you like to see? There was the expectation was Maidan, revolution of dignity, and it should turn into country of dignity. And what country would you like to see? Independent on other countries, and especially Russia. Good European salaries for doctors, for nurses to be valued as and we knew that would not happen in a day. Maybe next generations will change it. Will change this regime. But it's moving to some kind of wrong direction. You mean that when people come into the parliament or to the cabinet of ministers? Maybe you became a student of an institute who is famous as the most corrupted medical school. And you entered in that medical school, and the director was replaced, and there are quite a different it is the picture about it is different. Is it a victory of Maidan? Yes, we can say so, because there were protests of students to replace this rector. So there are achievements. Maybe they're not as big and not to the extent that you young people expected. Maybe. Colleagues, do you have a question? It's clear that a lot of dreams have not come true, but if with this knowledge, would you go back to Maidan? Because you were among those who were not afraid of bullets, and you suffered. You became evicted. If you had a chance to go to the same place, would you change? Knowing what, I wouldn't change anything. What is done, that is. I don't feel pity about anything. I would be anyways there, and I don't feel pity for what I did. You say that after Maidan, you visited several countries. Maidan, has it changed? Has it changed the opinion of other countries about Ukraine? Do you speak to other or people whom you met? People I spoke abroad, there were people from Ukrainian diaspora, and they raise money. They do a lot. And they sent to Ukraine. Of course, they support Ukraine, and I told you that they do maximum. But foreigners, it depends. If to speak about Italians, they don't support us at all. They support communists. They are communists. French people understand, but they are indifferent. What the state, the government, the president must do for expectations of people on Maidan to be implemented, what the president must do for those people who were on Maidan, to heroes who died. The only thing he has to do is to stop war in the east. That's the most important, because our boys from Western Ukraine go to ATO and die there, and those guys from the east, the young guys, come to Kiev, and they get the status of refugees. That is not fair. The most important is to stop that war. Nothing else at the moment. In your opinion, is it possible to have one more Maidan? Can be, anything can be, but it seems like people are tired of Maidan. People would like to live a calm life, and people want this war to be over. What impressions do you have after Maidan? I have lots of impressions, and positive, and when there was a peaceful Maidan, and negative when they were killing people, etc. So I have both. Are you friends with the people from Maidan? Yes, I'm trying to be friends. Many of them went to the east, and the National Guards. Many of them are there. I know that everything is fine with them, but I hope also everything will be fine in the future. Any question? If not, thank you very much. Olesya, thank you for those for what you did on Maidan, and thank you for heroism. And I wish that your dreams and expectations come true, and I wish you success in your